Okay, let's see if I've done this right. I think I have. Perfect. My friends, welcome to today's live. I wanted to talk about how to build a core identity. And I'm super excited about today. It's going to be a quick call, but I just really wanted to get down to certain points and certain structures. And this is based off of Friday's training, which I want you to go back and watch at the end, but I'll get to that later. So we're just going to jump into this. Rebuilding your identity is so important. It changes your life. It changes who you want to be. And I wanted to bring out my little drawing board here because I wanted to show you, and I trust that you guys are be able to see this. I've never done it with the drawing board yet, so this is kind of the first time. So this is who you are. This is where you are. You're over here, and I'm not a very good artist, so that's you. This is me right now. And your goal is you're wanting to get to this identity. You're wanting to get over here into who you want to be, into this new person that you are. The green, because that's our goal. Green is gold. That's where we want to go. And when we're creating this life, we think, for some reason, we think that this is the direction that our life is going to go in. Yep, that's where I am. That's where I'm going to be. And these are the certain places that are going to get me there. My friend, that is not true. That is not how your life goes. It does not go this way. It goes up, down, all around. I should have brought a bigger eraser with me here. The way your life goes, and when I talk about number one, I talk about choosing your standards, because your standards are so important. Because when you choose your standards, you choose the direction that you're wanting to go, your life goes like this. Okay, so this is a situation, and you're like, okay, now I've hit a problem. Now I've hit something that's going on, and my choice is going to be either this way or this way. Okay, those are the choices you're going to be. But your standards and your identity of who you are is going to decide, okay, this is who I actually am. This is my identity because that's who I've created it to be. And this is also my identity, but that's a lower version identity of myself. Now, I decide on which direction I want to go in. So if I know who I am, if I know truly who I am, then the decision that you've made is going to decide which direction you go. So when that pressure comes into your life, and my friend, I promise you that pressure is going to come into your life. You're either in a time of stress, you're just after a time of stress or pressure, or there's something coming into your life. And I don't mean stressor as like fully life-changing, but something that's going to cause you to kind of go down a different path and going to have to make a decision in your life. And when you decide that, your identity is going to determine which direction you go in. So you choose this, and you're like, okay, this is who I'm going to be. This is the path I'm going to go on right here. This is me. This is my identity. So you're like, okay, now I'm moving along. And then what happens next? Another stressful time comes into your life. So then your directions, you go again. You're like, okay, now I'm either going to go up or I'm going to go down. And then your identity is going to go, am I going to be my higher self, my higher, truer self? Or am I going to be my lower, truer self? You decide in this moment right here what direction you're going to be and who you are going to be. And it's done by installing a controlled response system. It's done by understanding this is who I am. But how do we know who we are? Because number two, we've tracked your reactions honestly. So you choose, this is my identity. This is who I'm going to be. Before this situation right here shows up, before I hit that stressful time, I am choosing who I want to be in those moments. And when you decide that and you go, okay, this is who I want to be, and then that situation comes, you go, okay, this is who I am. I know which direction I'm going to go in, because that's the standards. That's the identity I created in my life. And then when you track those, because we all learn in private, right? You think of someone like Michael Jordan, or, a famous other sport player, I don't know, but right, they track and they go, okay, I'm going to practice in private what I want to do in public. And this is what we practice. We practice, okay, this is who I'm going to be before that stress hits. This is who I am. And when we know that, we go, okay, when that stress hits, this is how I respond. That is when your life is going to change. And then you install that control system because you pause, assess, and control and choose. That's the PAC method, the pause, assess, and choose. And what you do is when a situation comes into your life, you pause. Okay, the situation's come in. How am I going to go? Which direction? Here's the situation. Which direction am I going to go in? I'm going to think about that because I'm going to assess the situation. If I go one way, this is the outcomes that I may have. And oftentimes, my friend, we react too fast. We go, okay, this situation comes, bam, I'm going to respond to it. And it's too fast because you can't properly assess the situation. And for some reason, my friend, we hate slowing down. We hate pausing. We hate just not relying on what we've been given, the God-given rights, our faculties of our mind, our life's operating system, which I teach, which is your head, your heart, and your body. Before you get into that body, you have to think about it and you have to attach your emotion to it. And when enough emotion is attached to your head, that is when you're going to move into the right direction, but you have to pause. And if we don't pause and assess and we just choose first, your life is going to always go into your lower self. You're always going to go down into, man, this is not how I want to interact. You get into a situation and someone's like, this is where I want to go. This is the direction I want to go in. And then you're like, man, that was not what I wanted to do. Why did I react the way I did? Why did I yell at my kids? Why did I isolate myself from my family and friends in that situation that I should have probably dealt with or talked to? Because we didn't pause. We didn't pause, assess the situation. And my friend, when you do your life, when you have your life and you create this, this is the way every situation is going to go, right? Your decision, your higher self and your lower self. Your decision, and I keep choosing that you're going to go with your higher self, right? Your decision. And then finally, instead of you being here on the same level as where you started, you are now up here, my friend. You are 365 times better than who you were when you started, because that is how you created your life. But you have to know this. You have to choose those standards. You have to choose that identity. Then you have to track what you're doing, and then you have to install that controlled system. This is not always an easy method, but if your behavior changes under pressure, your identity isn't stable yet. Meaning, if this situation right here, right there, this situation right here changes you and it goes, I'm going this way instead of who I actually am, and it doesn't keep you going, that is when, your identity isn't stable yet. My friends, we want to make sure that your identity is stable. So what do we do with a stable identity? So first of all, this is how to know who you are when the roles are stripped away, because our identity we feel is who are the roles. I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm a provider, I am someone that supports my family. No, those are the roles. So when I am the father, but when I strip all that away, who am I underneath? I'm an honesty man that, enjoys doing this. I like this part, right? Who are you when those roles are stripped away? And this video will tell you, and we go through that there. But my friend, doing things on your own and then doing things together, right? A single twig, Tecumseh says that a single twig would break, but a bundle of twigs is strong. So when you're going through a journey in your life, are you wanting to be by yourself? So let's draw my twigs here. This is, okay, we'll use that one. Okay, here's your twig. This is you, right? That's who you've identified with. Now, if you're alone, you're going to break, right? Situations, life's going to come into you and you are going to break. But what if you put me beside you? What if you put another man beside you? What if you put another man beside you? And we are all tied together, helping you, right, along this journey. I'll make this even clearer. I'll put you in a different color, right? There you are, and there's your brotherhood around you. It is so strong when you have that core people behind you. So I want to invite you, my friend, to come join the Connected Brotherhood membership. There is a link in the description below. Come and join this. This is a connected community where we are going to walk beside you as you go through this journey, as you go, okay, who am I really being in this situation? Who am I being? Where do I want to go? When I am that person, that is when you begin to build that core identity. And when you are who you are, there is no situation, my friend, in here that is going to knock you down, because you are so true to who you want to be and you are so true to who you are in your life that you don't get squashed by those tough situations. Now, I hope this live kind of gave you some insight. I try to go live every couple of Tuesdays here just to give a teaching on a great framework that I've talked about and something just to go deeper into this. So come tune in every Tuesday, join the Brotherhood because I also go live on there into a group coaching, and I look forward to seeing you. But remember, my friend, trust yourself. You got this.